Hello and welcome to another episode of Pico-8 Adventures. I'm LastofAvari and this is Mr. Sub, an arcade shooter game by Jarek, Irata, Karpiel, released in July 2025. You're the captain of one small sub sweeping somewhere down below in enemy waters, on a mission to cause maximum damage to hostile submarines, ships and planes. They'll drop bombs with depth charges, so you gotta navigate around them carefully or simply shoot them down with your own missiles. Links to the game and the devs web places are in the video description, feel free to check them out and play on your own. Now it's time to start the hunt. And you know, before we start, this crawler definitely gives me Demason vibes, so thumbs up for that. Okay, here we are. We can shoot missiles. There are no torpedoes to speak about, so that's a little bit sad, but what you're gonna do? Let's use what we've got. Oh, and of course, they are also throwing those depth charges. Gotta be careful, some of them are deadlier than others. And let's hope I'll get enough points to get at least one extra life, although that's kinda questionable. And there is an airplane, which is even faster and harder to hit. At least those large ships, I assume, might be transports. They're not as dangerous and way easier to hit, actually. Oh, and enemy submarines. A lot of these freaking bombs are flowing and floating down on me. And you can actually shoot down those missiles. You can also run into a bomb directly when you're trying to speak. Okay, here we are. There's my submarine and my missiles, enemy ships. No torpedoes, but missiles will do, I think, maybe. Oh, and planes, of course they're planes, sweeping super fast. But for the moment we're fine. Levels are progressing maybe a little bit too fast, but at least we're learning game mechanics. First few levels, different enemies get introduced. Okay, yeah, we can blast all those bombs too. You don't have to let them fall down, but it's kinda hard to catch them all. Right. Okay, we're not doing badly, but amount of these bombs is a little worried, and I just been caught in a blast radius. So that's a thing, definitely. The more bombs you have still in range, the deadlier it is. Because you're probably not gonna run into it, but it's still very threatening. And 2000 points do give you a life, I think, if I read the description correctly. But I'm not sure I get the last 2000 points, TBH. Oh, yeah, especially not with these bombs of crazy range. I've tried to avoid one bomb and run into another. Not directly, but that was enough. Would be cool to have upgrades, obviously. Like maybe extra armor, so one blast, especially if it's like a direct blast, gonna kill you. Or maybe have a little bit more advanced missiles. But yeah, it's super playable, and it's game over. Well, it was just a minute, so let's try again. And there is a time delay here that I cannot skip. Okay, here we go again. This time we know what's up, and that this atmosphere will not be peaceful for much longer. Literally just after a few seconds you get these attacks going. First slow and then harder and harder. So across like a minute of time it's gonna get pretty crazy. And I think torpedoes would actually help you hunting, especially when it comes to enemy submarines. Would be easier to hit without having to go under a submarine, which is typically pretty down below and way harder to get. And while I'm trying to avoid things and aim at things, I obviously get into a blast range, which is pretty broad, and the screen is just one screen, which is combined with Pico-8 resolution, makes it pretty hard. But it would be appropriate title for an arcade machine, which would bunch on your quarters pretty hard. So, very authentic. But this ocean wave effects and like wind and stuff is pretty nice. Like, I actually do like it, and it's even better, I think, without music here, because you gotta focus on everything that's going on. And I'm out even faster. Third time charm? Well, let's do it. Yeah, we start, and now maybe I'll do this time minimal commentary, so I could actually focus on enemies. And more importantly, their charges, because I either tied to the top of the screen or the bottom part, and I can't really track down both ships, charges and submarines all at the same time in different parts of the screen. That doesn't really work for me too much. Oh yeah, I avoided one blast but not another one. Well, I suppose it's not going badly so far. Yeah, I hit that charge, but it hit me as well, so that wasn't too nice. But it's a minute, I've got one life left, it's not looking good to beach. And I don't think I'll ever be able to attack in that airplane, because it's just too fast for me. Maybe you can. Share your success, your luck in the comment section down below. Just avoid that crap, if you can. Ooh, yeah, my human inertia killed me, alright. But that just makes for a good point to stop, because it's time for the summary. Okay, so I think this game perfectly recreates the retro vibe of the 80s arcade titles of similar nature. For one screen shooter, we've got a nice selection of enemies who drop bombs of variable blast range. You can regain one life every 2000 points, provided you live that long, and that just prompts us to test our skills to survive just a little bit longer. Waves are rolling under a couple layers of white clouds, and the game is very nicely animated. All particle effects from water and various sea vessels are on point. I like the music theme at the title screen, and the ocean wave sound effects are even better. Mr. Sub hits that sweet spot of a retro-style arcade shooter with some simple but solid game mechanics and a lovely atmosphere, so it gets an Avarian thumbs up. Tell me your opinion in the comment section down below. If you like this video, you know what to do. Sharing it on social media always helps. It was LastofAvari, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you later.